Hey, I'm Josh, and I'm working on a game called Mansion. Let's go! Since my last devlog, I've been mostly working on optimizing and improving the lighting system, and also creating tools to improve my workflow. I've also been working on the story and the game design, just with pen and paper in this book here, and I've also created the beginnings of the game world in Unity, but I'm not going to show that in this video. I made a system that lets me connect a handle to a door, or the trigger to the snake, by using what is effectively a global variable. I simply give the same name to the handle and the door, and the handle will then automatically control the door's position. Placing the walls in my game used to be very tedious and not very pretty or flexible. So I created a tool that lets me place dots with lines between them, then it automatically creates walls on the lines and connects them together nicely at the junctions. It also provides automatically generated collision shapes so the player runs into them and so it can cast shadows. It also allows me to use different kinds of walls next to each other and easily configure new types of walls, such as this wood wall and this stripy wall. I also added a feature to the lighting system that can fade out the shadow of an object as it gets closer to a light. This greatly improved the experience when pushing objects or swinging doors underneath a light. This is what it looked like before. Notice how the shadow suddenly fills the entire room each time it passes under the light. Now check it out with the shadow fading turned on. Watch the box as it goes near each light, and then the shadow actually fades out before it even gets there. And doors also have the shadow fading. Check this out. Versus before. And I made a super annoying sound generator. It makes a lot more sense when you hear it in context. I just attached the rotational velocity of the door to the values of the knobs on the sound generator, and I get a nice squeaky door. My lighting system used to be really inefficient. With just a few lights and occluders in my scene, my game was jumping between 60 FPS and 30 FPS just randomly, which is really off-putting because when stuff moves, it doesn't look smooth. I tried a lot of things to optimize the C# implementation of my lighting system, but eventually I just hit an optimization wall where I just wished I was using a lower level language. So I did. I rewrote the entire lighting system in the Rust programming language and loaded it into Unity as a plugin, with lots of really gross interface code to connect the two parts together. I also applied heaps of optimization tricks to it so that it only updates lights that you can see on the screen and minimizes the amount of work that needs to be done wherever possible. In a reasonably sized level, it can now easily update something like 20 lights on the screen every frame without going below 60 frames per second. I tried the game on my laptop a couple of weeks ago and I was getting 5 frames per second. This was really concerning at the time, but it was easily fixed by not using giant HDR textures for all the post-processing. My laptop has far less powerful graphics hardware than my desktop PC, so it can't deal with copying around all those pixels. I switched to Unity's new input system preview package, but it seemed to be really computationally expensive, as well as having really laggy mouse input compared to the old way of getting the mouse position, so I reverted that change. I'm pretty wary of Unity's newest packages now, as they keep pushing a lot of them, although they are often incomplete and/or buggy. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll be posting videos regularly, so please subscribe if you want to see more of this, and of course, like this video if you want to make me feel good.